Good morning. I thought I would show you a little project to do today because it's kind of a cloudy day outside, and this is a little way to bring the springtime in. I've been noticing that the trees are all flowering. There's a lot of flowering cherry trees out there and crabapple trees that are pink, and the forsythia and some of the light little leaves that are growing are yellow and green. So I want to show you what supplies we're going to need. First, a piece of paper. It could be white and it could be blue because maybe you want to have a sky color in the background. We need some colored tissue paper. I chose some spring colors, and I like to save the wrapping that comes in gifts that anybody gets, and I keep those old wrapper tissue papers because they make good craft projects later on. So I have a few colors of tissue paper, and you need some glue, white glue. And what I did was just had a little container, and I only put about that much in the bottom. This is craft glue, but you can just use regular Elmer's glue too. And you know, at Secret Garden at school, we use a little craft stick, a little popsicle here to put just a tiny bit of glue on at a time. Okay, you don't need so much for this project. And some crayons. I have black and brown, and that's going to be the tree trunks. And I need a pencil that has an eraser. Probably you could use the dull end of a pencil when it's not pointed, but it's good to use the eraser part for this project. So the first thing, oh, and you also need a pair of scissors. You can also just rip up the tissue, but I'll show you that in a minute. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, and we'll see if you can see this, I'll hold it up, drawing a tree trunk, and I'm just going to color it in. And then I want to make some branches coming off the tree trunk. And the big branches have little branches that come out off too. I'm thinking to make a cherry tree today. So I'll make a lot of branches hanging down. I'm going to put some black in here too to make it show up. Okay, so that's sort of my tree. I'll show you what I've got. See? I made a trunk and a lot of branches coming off of it. All right, now you can color in the ground, you can draw little animals that are scampering around down there, you can draw the sky and clouds and birds up there, but for now I'm just going to stick with my tree trunk, and I'll show you how to get the blossoms on there. Now I started with some tissue paper, and you see how there's a bunch of these stacked up, so I'm going to cut a strip. And because it's thin, you can probably cut a whole strip at a time through those layers because it's very thin paper. You can help your parents do this part, or you can do it on your own. So now I have this little thin strips, and I'm going to cut them into little squares. And like I was telling you before, it's really easy to rip it too. You don't want a little bit, you don't want little tiny bits, probably a little squares about that size. Okay, so I have a whole stack of them here that I made before. All right, so I have my tree. And now what I'm going to do next is take about that much glue, see a little bit of glue on the end, and I'm going to make some dots all along the branches. I'll do a few dots at a time, and now since it's going to be a cherry tree, I'm going to use the pink tissue paper, and I'm going to take the pencil and put it on the tissue paper like that, see? And then I'm going to squeeze the tissue paper around the pencil and twist it. See it? And now put some dots of glue on my paper. I'll show you when I'm done. And I'm going to stick it right on the dot glue. And I pull my pencil out. There's one little cherry blossom. So I can keep on going. Take the square of paper, put the pencil right in it, squeeze it up around there. Crunch it up around there. Give it a twist. And now, I'm going to stick it on a dot of glue. You probably can't see the glue because it's white. Push and pull your pencil out. See that? I think I'm going to add a little more glue on these branches. And I'll try some green because there are green leaves that are just starting to come out. A few more warm days and all of the leaves will be covered up with trees again. I mean, the trees will be covered up with leaves again. And twist it on. And I'm going to stick it down. And that dot of glue. Give it a little push. Take it out. See? I can have green leaves and pink blossoms. Now, some of the kids have done this kind of a game lesson before. We can do it in the fall, and you can use all the fall colored leaves, and you can put some on the tree, and you can make the rest fall down in a stack on the bottom of the floor, on the bottom of the ground. Remember when you rake the leaves in the fall, and then you jump right in the big pile? It's so fun. But now, we're going to decorate the tree up and make a springtime scene. I'll take my time and finish this, and you can get yours started now. All right? Thanks for joining me. Have a fun day. I'll see you next time.